an application where you can, which is very conducive for you to do the development. That is how I would coin the this term. So, and rightfully so, the slide title mentions it as an Eclipse platform. So, it's a multi-language platform. Although most people associate it with the Java and the J2E side of things, but Eclipse has been available to other popular languages. For instance, C++. Eclipse has a very nice IDE for doing C++ development. Similarly for PHP, for Ruby, and for other languages as well. It was originally created by IBM and then later donated to a non-profit organization called the Eclipse Foundation. Eclipse platform per se, actually the core platform is just a small microkernel which consists of all the core basic services, and then in a layered fashion other plugins are built over the set of over this core kernel. Now the Eclipse plugins itself are built in a layered fashion, where this layered fashion is built using Eclipse 3.x onwards. The evolution of Eclipse started with 2.2, 3.x, and currently it is in 4.x. With the 3.x onwards, there was a significant shift in the way the Eclipse platform or the technologies were built using or were layered. One of the core technology that really made a drastic difference between the Eclipse 3.x and the Eclipse 2.x was this OSGI model. Just 1 second, guys. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. So Eclipse 3.x made use of OSGI platform or OSGI Alliance framework, which specifies a model in which your plugins are to be constructed. So that provided a very rich set of modular and extensibility capabilities to the Eclipse framework, and that resulted in a much more easier fashion in which you can develop plugins and also expose these plugins to the outside world, so that the others can leverage your plugin and extend over it in a seamless fashion without having to worry about the nitty-gritty details on how you have developed the plugin. So that resulted in a very a standards-based approach of plugin development, which really accelerated. If you were to contrast it with 2.x to 3.x, 3.x really accelerated in the adoption by the large community in itself, and that also has to deal with the way the entire plugin programming model was evolved. And there was a large number of plugins, both commercial and non-commercial, and there was also large number of products, commercial products, that were ported over to the Eclipse framework. So the way the Eclipse plugins are, some of these plugins are layered. I have just enlisted here. the core plugins, the microkernel that I was talking about. SWT, we'll touch upon it in a little while. JFace is an additional UI, which is additional UI functionality built over SWT. GEF is another plugin framework for graphical editing part. There are some popular plugins which uses this, like the UML based UML plugins like the Omondo and others make use of this. Workbench, the IDE itself, which is commonly associated with the word Eclipse that you use for your development of Java and J2EE. The team plugins, this is what you would use if you have to integrate your Eclipse IDE with the SCM or the source code management tools like CVS, Subversion, and so on and so forth. Help. So when you click on Help in the Eclipse plugin, Eclipse IDE, you would see that the entire the layout of the help tutorials or the documentation is in a very distinctive fashion. So there is a plugin which enables you to embed your documentation into that particular framework. JDT is for your Java development tools. DLTK, this is a very recent addition. This enables catering to the dynamic languages like PHP, Ruby, and other things. Plugin development environment. Now this itself is a plugin which enables you to develop other set of plugins. Mylane is if this is a plugin which enables you to do task-focused development and plug into bug control, tracking systems like Bugzilla, Mantis, and other things. Moving on to the next slide. Some of the most popular plugins: JUnit, the Java unit testing tool. Eclipse EMA, this is a code coverage tool, works hand in hand with the JUnit. Subclipse is a Subversion Eclipse integration tool. BERT is a report designer tool. Jasper Reports is another reports designer tool. Reports designer, which is very popular. Spring IDE, which enables you to do development on the popular Spring framework. Checkstyle, this is for analyzing your code, and this is a static code analysis tool where you can analyze your code for some of the most common metrics like the code size, the method size, cyclomatic complexity, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of metrics against which you can measure your code. Tomcat and Glassfish server plugins. This is in case you are interested on the Java EE part of development. Then this is where you can have a Java EE server and invoke that within your Eclipse IDE framework itself. Maven and Ant for building your code and doing it in a very structured fashion. So these are some of the most popular plugins on the Eclipse. Mind you, these are only the plugins. There are other products, other suite of products like the IBM Rational suite of products, Adobe Flex Builder, which uses this Eclipse framework and has a standalone applications in itself, using which you can do